J.D. Martin, CEO of Comic Republic. First things first, I love comics. It's been one of the things that has molded my personality in my young days, and now I notice that a lot of youths nowadays have people that in the past, or in the days when I was growing up, will not be considered as mentors or icons. So I thought that maybe I should bring back some of the things that molded my own personality. I can tell you that something really started at a point in time. What I would say that it has always been something I had always wanted to do, because I thought it was something we needed to do in this country and nobody was doing it right. So basically I just figured, okay, now was the time. And the Man of Steel movie was going to come out in a couple of months. It was, to me, the biggest superhero movie, mostly because our flagship character is modeled after Man of Steel, Superman. And we thought, okay, releasing it on the same day Man of Steel was coming out would generally guarantee its reach to many people. We wanted to ride on the fact that Man of Steel was coming out, so we wanted to release our character since it was very similar to Superman. The response has been amazing all over the world. Superhero seasons, superhero movies and characters have been grossing huge amounts of money or incomes, and people generally around the world, even people who didn't used to like comics before, are now seriously buying into superheroes and comic characters. It was a big worry. A lot of people told us don't worry, it won't work and stuff like that. But when we started, the response was amazing. We got fan arts and messages from kids, from adults, people telling us that what they thought we were doing was amazing. The fan art especially was just crazy. We had people drawing our characters in different forms, with biros, with pencils. Some were doing full renditions of what they thought our characters should look like. And the readership was really crazy. Plus, we didn't print, which was something also very innovative. We're not going to print. The age of print media was dying. Most magazines, even abroad, have stopped print. People don't really buy newspapers like they used to before. So we decided to strictly do an online comic. That also we're worried about. But again, what we've learned is, come up with something innovative and you'll be shocked how people will take it. Right now we have about 15,000 downloads per episode. We have calls every day. We have people calling us that, we were not able to download this. There's something wrong with your website. Please, can you fix it? Every day we have calls. Our Facebook page always gets comments. Recently we have a comic company abroad asking if we can do a crossover with our character and with one of theirs. We have a major character that has outsold all our other characters. There's one really that is really taking getting a lot of attention. Garden Prime. The name of the character is Garden Prime. Garden Prime seems to be, he's the one that was modeled after Superman. And I think people have just carried over the love of Superman for him. He's like Nigeria's first Superman, and we push him a lot because he's the one that really stands for everything Superman stands for, which is truth, justice, doing things the right way, being morally upright no matter what, being totally selfless and giving everything that you have. The response has been amazing. Power was a major factor. We had to spend a lot of money ensuring that our gens were running. Manpower, getting people who were skilled to do this thing properly and not just people who were just doing it for fun. To get them to come every day, obviously everybody has to eat, so we had to make sure that we had to keep paying people, and the people who were the best at the job were not cheap. I mean, we have people charging as much as 4,000 to 5,000 naira per page. Now, if you times that buy a comic book that is 20, 30, 40 pages. You can see how much that comes to. So the second problem was finance. We had to basically find a source of income to run it while we were looking for sponsors. But like I said, the response, we've gotten 1 or 2 sponsors who have, from time to time, actually paid to put their adverts in the comics and partner with us. Our comics are free. You visit our site, www.comicrepublicmedia.com. You can either read it on the site, or you can download the comics and read it on your laptops in whatever way you want. We have different file formats. So we have PDF, we have CPZ and EXE, depending on whatever your choice is. But yes, it is free. And one of the reasons why we're making it free is because we want to build the comic culture first, but we want the corporate brands to pay for the reader experience. And so far it has worked because we've gotten 1 or 2 sponsors. Worst advice is keep it indigenous. I say it's the worst advice because comics really do not originate from here. And you want to sell comics to people who read comics already. The honest truth is they've not been reading indigenous content. You need to appeal to what they already have inside before you to draw them in. So trying to keep it African or all this, no. What I would say is that you keep the content. That is things like names, location, things like that. You keep it African, but make your story and your character look more like what people already know and appreciate. Best advice is, after the first few months, I walked into an office and somebody was like, well, what do you guys do? And I was like, we're Comic Republic. And they were like, wow, you guys are Comic Republic. You guys just started, it's a good thing. Never give up, no matter what, just keep at it. And I held on to that, and honestly, every milestone we've taken is because we're persistent.